Hello coders! Have you ever looked at a sleek modern website and thought, I wish I could just snap my fingers and clone that into a React web app? Well, today I am your code genie introducing Open Lovable, a tool that clones and recreates any website as a React web app in seconds. Yes, just seconds. It feels almost like cheating, but open source way. Hi, I am Ashish and welcome back to Coders Academy. So what is Open Lovable? Built by the brilliant team of Firecrawl, it's an open source project where you literally chat with an AI to build production grade React apps instantly. Think ChatGPT, but for web app scaffolding. No fairy godmother needed. And it's literally got about 19k stars on GitHub, which makes it a really popular tool. Open Lovable comes with the support for the following features. 1. You can easily clone any website into a React app. Second, it supports multiple LLM providers. So you can quickly swap an OpenAI LLM with Anthropic or Claude or groq AI. Third, it also has a lot of developer friendly features. For example, it comes with a support for vercel and E2B sandboxes for the ease of development. Now let's take a look at the GitHub location for Open Lovable. So this is the GitHub location, Firecrawl/Open Lovable. So it clones and recreates any website as a modern React app in seconds. It comes with MIT license and it is gaining a lot of popularity with more than 19.9k stars and 3.5k forks. So if you go down, here comes the README. So chat with AI to build React apps instantly, an example made by Firecrawl team. For a complete cloud solution, take a look at the lovable.dev. Then comes the setup instructions. So you can clone and install the code locally using this command, and then some modifications in the .env file so that you can provide the Firecrawl key, the LLM provider keys for the sandbox, and then finally a run command. Okay, and the license, as I told you, it's already MIT license. In our demo, we will be making use of the sandbox provided by E2B, and we will be using Gemini API key. The Firecrawl API key is common, that is required before you get started with the tutorial today. So let's jump into the tutorial part. Get a Firecrawl key by creating an account there. Get a Gemini API key from the Google AI Studio. Now we'll create a key from the E2B sandbox. So sign up. I will continue using my GitHub credentials. Authorize. Yeah, now I have created a separate account on the E2B sandbox. Let's create the key. So hit API keys. Now you can see a section to create the API key. So create the API key from here and keep it ready for the assignment. Now let's go to the PowerShell. Go to C:projects where we create all the projects. We'll create a new directory called demo Open Lovable and cd into that directory. Open Lovable. Now cd into this newly created directory. We'll git clone the repository for Open Lovable using this command, git clone openlovable.git. Now we do a cd into this Open Lovable folder. We'll take a look at all the files which are downloaded correctly from the GitHub location. Now we give the command npm install. We again go back to the command prompt and say cd Open Lovable, and we open the code in the VS Code editor. Now we locate the env file where we will enter our keys that we have acquired for Firecrawl and others. So first we'll go to the Firecrawl API key, we want that. Our sandbox provider we want as E2B, so let's comment vercel. We'll comment vercel. Now we open the E2B sandbox properties. So we uncomment those two things. Our API gateway is not needed. And then we will be using Gemini as the API provider. So let's comment all the others. Now you need to enter your API keys for Gemini, E2B sandbox and Firecrawl in this particular file. Save it. Galderma.com is the website that we will clone today. So let's take a look at this website. It's about skin dermatology, some innovation things and other information as you can see it on the website. So let's go to the PowerShell and say npm run dev. So starting and ready. So now once that is there, let's go to localhost 3000. This loads the Open Lovable page for us. Now we have to enter the Galderma URL here. So let's go to galderma.com, copy it and paste it in the text box there. Now we have to select Gemini as the API provider and now say scrape the site. It started the process. So as you can see, all the code files are now generated. You can read the message there, applied 11 files successfully. And then you can see the list of files that have been updated. You can see every file there. So successfully recreated the Galderma website using the glass morphism style. So let's compare the generated website. So we can scroll this, compare it with the original website. Yeah, advancing dermatology, and then it talks about innovation, manufacturing, skin stories. So yeah, so there is a good amount of match with the original website that we can see in this particular demo. So that's how the website gets generated and cloned. Now let's open the sandbox URL of the application. Yeah, so you can take a look at the sandbox URL, Galderma, and then this is the ID of the sandbox. So let's verify that again. So I'm going to the E2B sandbox, sandboxes. Go to the list view and then there are two sandboxes here. So IGSP, let's compare that and verify it again. IGSP, yeah, this is the one. So we are looking at the correct sandbox. So now in the sandbox, if you take a look at the deployed code, so we open this application. You can see node modules, package.json, src file, and then there are a lot of files under that, which are app.jsx, index.css, and main.css. Main.jsx, sorry. Now let's take a look, go back to the URL here and go to Open Lovable. If you want, you can also export this code using the download option there. So download. Yeah, it's failed to create a zip file because no active sandbox is there, but in reality you have an active sandbox, which we can verify from the message on the right side there, sandbox active. So next time you want to recreate a website or create a quick prototype or just impress your friends, give Open Lovable a try. All the links are in the description section below. And remember, real magic is open source. If you enjoyed this demo, smash that like button, subscribe for more such coding magic, and let me know in the comments which is the website that you cloned using Open Lovable. Thank you so much for watching.